Hello, welcome back to Home Design Studio. This is another series on how to design and model a simple residential house in AutoCAD. And in this particular tutorial, we are going to start with a floor plan. Before I get into this particular tutorial, I would like to ask you to like this tutorial because it really helps me a lot. And if you have not already, I suggest you to subscribe because I make tutorials like this every day. To start with this project, I'm going to activate the hidden layer where I am going to create some grids. I will create grids using the polyline. Go to polyline and then start to draw. I will start in the center of the project. First click and I will type in the desired distance. I'm using centimeters and I want this grid to be 20 meters. Now I'm going to type in 2000, enter, and you can always right click and enter, or you can click escape on your keyboard. To draw a second grid, I am going to use the first one. I am going to select this one, then go to copy. You can reach copy by typing copy and then select, or you can go to where it's right and copy here, and first of all you select and then go to copy and pick that point, and the second grid here is at 2.4 meters. That is 240. Now select this second one, press spacebar on the keyboard to continue with the previous command. Now I will go to the corner of the second grid and type in 4.5 meters, that is 450 centimeters. Escape. Now spacebar again to reactivate the copy command and pick that point, and then I type in 450 again. Now we are done with the vertical grids. Now we are going to go to the horizontal grid. I will use the same technique. Start from here and type in 20 meters, that's 2000 centimeters, and now select copy. The second horizontal grid is at 3.1, that is 310. Copy, spacebar again, and that is 375, and copy, you click on spacebar again. Now you type in 720, enter. That is the last grid. Okay, now I will select all these grids and move it a little bit. To move, you go to the move command here, or you type in M, move it a little bit further to the origin. There, move. I reactivate command by clicking the space bar on the keyboard, because the space bar, what the space bar does is to activate the previous command. If you used move in the previous session and you press space bar again, that particular command will reactivate. Okay, this is our grid. Now we are going to start with the external walls. To draw the external walls, I will go to heavy layer to activate it. Now I use the polyline again, and what I will do is I will use the grids to place the external walls. The grids are in center to center, so this line is to be offsetted after. Let's start from this point all the way to that point, to here, then to here. You follow along what I'm doing. To snap to the middle, you can see that there is a simple mark of the middle. If you are there, you know you are going to place the last line in the middle of this one. Now I will click escape on the keyboard to finish with the drawing. I will activate the polyline again. I want to draw another one from here. I will snap to the intersection of that particular line to the grid and click OK. That's actually the importance of the grids. And now I want to snap to the intersection of these two grids, and now I want to finish at this point, the intersection of that particular grid with that particular polyline. Now I will need another line here. I will snap to this corner and move along that line. Snap to this corner, move along this line, and I will type in 165. That's it, to snap to the exact position. Now I will extend that line, and to snap to that particular point, I will snap to this corner and then go along that line. You will see that cross sign. That means that it is perpendicular to that particular point. Now when I see that particular point, I click and I know our line are meeting in that particular point. To continue, I will place another line from here. I will type in 275, enter, and now I place that particular polyline there. To snap to that one, I will first of all snap it according to this middle here. And when I go, I can even use this one. When I go along this line, you can see that cross sign to mean that this is perpendicular. Now I click to finish. Another line that I want here is the line to precise the bathroom, to separate the bathroom and the master bedroom. I will go to this corner, this particular corner, move all the way down, and I will add 170 because the internal is 16. So I will type in 170, and I will draw along that particular line, and I want to snap to that particular point. How will I do that? I will first of all go to that corner and then move down. When I see that cross sign, I am sure that these 2 points are perpendicular, and then I will click escape to finish. Now I will need 1.2 from that corner to separate the living room with the kids room. Now I snap from that corner and go down. I type in 120, and then that's the other point. I will snap from that point to this one, and I will use the cross sign to press the second line. Okay, now I am going to decide the size of the bathroom. What am I going to do? I'm going to use polyline again. From here, I will type in 2.2, that is 220, and that's actually it. I will snap to this point and use the cross sign to draw the other line. Now I'm going to place another line to kind of create a corridor. Now from here to somewhere there, I'm going to type in 1.160, enter, and that's actually it. I will snap to that particular point using the already created corners and points. Okay, now we are done with the main polylines. Now what we are going to do is to offset, but before I offset, I want to start to add some other polylines. I want a polyline from this point to this point, another polyline from this point to this point, to kind of decide the barbecue here and the outside porch, with which will also contain a bee tree. Now we are done with the polyline, the main polylines. Now we have the store, we have the kitchen, we have the living, the dining, we have the master bedroom, we have the master bath, kids bath, and the kids room. We connected with this corridor. Now we are going to offset to create the thickness of the walls. I want 30 centimeters for the external walls. Now I'll go to offset. Remember, for every command you may type in the same command or click on that particular command on the screen. Now I will offset through 15 centimeters because I want the wall to be 30 centimeters. That means 15 centimeters from each side. Now I type in 15, enter, and I'll go to each polyline here, offset, and the interior one, offset. I do the same or to all these lines here, offset again, all the lines. Okay, these are the main ones. Now I am going to offset through through 10 centimeters. That means we want a 20 centimeters internal walls. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to offset again. I'm going to offset through 10 centimeters from each edge. Now I am going to go over all the internal walls. That is great. Okay, finish here on the store. That is great. Now that we are done with this one, we are going to delete the internal lines because we do not need them. Now I'm going to select these ones, and this one. All the internal walls, we do no longer need them. But first of all, we are going to go to lock these grids. We are going to go to that particular area and click that lock sign here. That means that we will not be able to delete or to move them. Now go to that internal polylines, and we are going to delete all of them. Yes, we are going to delete all of them. That is actually good. Delete. Now we remain with a particular polylines. Okay, now we are going to trim and extend to kind of clean out the edges. We are going to start with anywhere on this plan. Now what we are going to do, we are going to go to trim here. You can type in trim, then backspace, or you can go to trim here and you go to those lines that you don't want. Okay, all right. Okay, there are some of them which I didn't want to trim because I know I'm going to use them in extending or even, yes. Now for this corner I want this line to extend. Now I'm going to go to extend. There are two ways to go to extend. While you are on trim, you can hold shift. If you touch on that particular polyline, now it extends to the next perpendicular line. You can also go to this drop down menu and activate extend. Now you are going to click once, that one is extended. Let us go to anywhere else like this one. We want to extend it to this point. We want also to extend it. That's great. Now we are done with extending. We can, while we are still on extend, we can now hold shift, and what was extend is now changing to trim, and now I can trim these small lines that I do not really want. And here also I'm going to trim to leave that particular corridor. And that's actually it. Now I'm going to trim that one because this one was extended by mistake, I think. Okay, now let's go back to offset. I will offset through 15 because I want these outside walls to be 30 centimeters also. Okay, I'll go to polyline again to finish up with these particular corners. Polyline again, close that particular corners. Great. Now we delete these internal walls because we do no longer need them. All right, that's actually our very clean plan here. That's actually it.